Yo! Welcome back to the channel. Kamusta sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan at mga kapitbahay? Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set, the gloves are on, and the crowd is roaring. It's the showdown we've all been waiting for. In one corner, the challenger, the explosive Camellya, the rising diva who's ready to steal the spotlight. In the other corner, Jinhsi, the reigning champion of destruction with the power to level anything in her path. And today, these two heavyweights go head to head in an all-out battle for supremacy. Who'll be the ultimate damage dealer? Who should you swipe your credit cards to? But most importantly, who should be your ultimate waifu? Buckle up for this ultimate clash of titans.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So what makes Camellya so special? Well, Camellya is not your typical DPS unit. She's a solo act, a true diva on the battlefield. Unlike Jinhsi, who thrives in a quick swap playstyle with constant team interactions, Camellya takes center stage and doesn't let it go so easily. Her design screams Hypercarry, and her entire kit revolves around amplifying her damage potential with careful setup. The pistols and concerto energy mechanics may seem daunting at first, but once you master them, the payoff is jaw-dropping. And here's the kicker, she does all of this while being surprisingly budget-friendly. No exclusive 5-star supports required, just a few key allies and she's ready to shine. Next up, let's talk about damage because at the end of the day, that's what we care about, right? Jinhsi is all about the big nuke. Her forte and liberation abilities let her hit like a freight train. She gains massive attack stats during her ultimate stage, which makes her liberation damage feel almost unfair. But Camellya, she plays the long game. She doesn't need to rely on attack stat boosts. Instead, her pistols and concerto energy stack up over time, and with her high crit damage, she achieves insane totals. Jinhsi may win in single hit numbers, but Camellya dominates across the board with consistent high scaling damage. Here's a fun analogy. Jinhsi is like a sprinter, explosive and fast, while Camellya, she is a marathon runner, and once she hits her stride, nothing can stop her. And let's face it, we all love
Helicopter, helicopter!
Now let's talk about Camellya's hypercarry nature. Because here's where Camellya truly sets herself apart from Jinhsi. While Jinhsi needs constant team interaction to fill her 40 gauge and maximize her damage, Camellya drives with minimal support. Her team is there to set the stage, not to steal the spotlight. Sanhua and Danjin pop in, provide their buffs, and then step aside. Camellya takes the rest of the rotation for herself, and she's not designed for quick swap gameplay. She's a hypercarry through and through. And let's be real, there's something incredibly satisfying about watching her take control and absolutely demolish enemies while her team just cheers her on. And speaking of cheerleaders, one of the biggest advantage Camellya has over Jinhsi is her team flexibility. All she needs are a couple of accessible units. Think Sanhua or Danjin for buffs and Baishi or Verena for healing. That's it. These are units that most players can easily acquire and build. If you want something more expensive, you can go with the Shorekeeper. However, having these 4 characters in place for Camellya is already good enough in order to let her shine through. Jinhsi, on the other hand, is a little more demanding. Sure, you can make her work with off-field damage dealers, but let's be honest, she shines brightest with Sheshe, and Sheshe being a 5-star unit isn't exactly budget-friendly. This makes Camellya an excellent choice for players who want top-tier performance without breaking the bank. She's proof that you don't need a well-tier team to deal well-tier damage. So, now, let's address the elephant in the room, Camellya's micromanagement. This girl is no walk in the park. Between filling her pistols, managing her concerto energy, and timing her rotations, your hands are gonna be full with this girl. But here's the silver lining. She doesn't rely on teammates to fill her pistols or energy. It is all on her, which means you're in full control of her damage output. Yes, it takes more steps to reach her peak damage, but once she starts cooking, it's gonna be a feast. If you're someone who enjoys a challenge and loves the feeling of mastering a unit's intricacies and nuances, Camellya will be your best friend. But if you prefer a more straightforward playstyle, Jinhsi might feel less stressful. And did I mention earlier that Camellya is not for quick swaps? No. This girl is a hypercarry. And if you don't mind her obsessing about you, she will make sure that you're well fed, you're well clothed, you have a house to live in, plus you'll get the latest gadgets, a car, etc. etc. She'll hypercarry you till the end of time. But at the end of the day, comparing Camellya and Jinhsi comes down to what you value most in your DPS unit. Jinhsi excels in the big nuke numbers from her Forte circuit and her liberation, while Camellya rewards patience and precision by providing a more consistent, high-scaling damage numbers. In their ultimate stages, Jinhsi gains more attack stats for her liberation and her Forte, which makes her nuke damage incredibly satisfying. But Camellya trades those stats for buffs that stack endlessly, resulting in higher total damage over time. So who's the real winner here? If you want instant gratification and explosive plays, Jinhsi is your girl. But if you're in it for the long haul and love the thrill of scaling damage, Camellya is the clear choice. Alrighty, now it's your turn to make the call. Are you rallying behind Team Camellya, the graceful soloist who ramps up to relentless, unstoppable damage, or are you riding with Team Jinhsi, the burst queen who dominates with her rapid, no-nonsense power plays? Each has their strengths, but which one resonates with your playstyles? And most importantly, who's securing a spot on your dream team? Let the debate begin! Whether you're hyped about Camellya's elegant build-up to god-tier damage or loyal to Jinhsi's explosive, game-changing bursts, we want to hear your take. Share your thoughts, team comps, and favorite moments in the comments below. Let's get the battle lines drawn and see where everyone stands. And hey, if this deep dive helped you choose your next star player, don't just tap that like button, smash it like it's your highest crit of the week. Your support keeps these videos coming and you don't want to miss what's next. Subscribe now and hit that bell icon to stay ahead of the curve with tips, guides, and all the gacha greatness. Thank you so much guys for watching, and until next time, maraming salamat po. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!